Optic's been playing. Maybe they're in trouble. Who the hell knows? Rocker seems a team poised to make runs. Miami's making runs. I don't know, man. This is like the most interesting bubble conversation we've had in a while. And I know we still have, listen, we still have 2 majors. We got a ways to go till champs and stuff, but it's fun. I love it.
Yeah, well, I think it's just like fun because there's a lot of teams that are, again, steadily improving, right? There's progress being shown.
Yeah.
Through some roster changes, and that's what makes it entertaining. Now, on top of that, I mean, Boston, the reason why they got 10 more points is from a forfeit. So
yeah,
like,
true.
That could come into play at some point.
Imagine
they'd be at 110.
Imagine that screws the team, bro. Like,
that'd be wild.
Oh, that would be.
But they're sitting at 101 just at Ultra.
Yep, that would be unbelievable. But all right. Series, to the middle ground. We talked about the Haciendas, and well, Des talked about how good that could be for Breach, but we'll start things off on Vault and see if Snoopy could get to work. For a while I thought he was kind of mimicking Shotzi's gameplay. Now it may be the other way around.
Maybe. Just, well, he gets 3 to start. He gets 3 to start.
Nah, he's been terrific, but his movement and his gunny have been terrific this year. Seems like he's really coming together as a player. Granted, his Breach team still work to do. He's finally getting shut down. His SMG duo and Purge also going to get locked up, so some time here to LAG, but with only 10 seconds left, we're going to focus now on the setup towards the P2. That's a big win from Fellow. That's 2 huge ones for him, really, to maybe set up a quick push and break and spawn people out. That's exactly what's going to happen. Well, they have one spawning out and also going to be Snoopy spawning out. Snoopy's gunfight is continuing. He's finally going to lose that. So Fellows 2, and eventually, what, like a 3rd? Ends up being massive for them to get the flip and get set up here for P2.
Yeah, I mean, you spawn back P2 as well if you're Fellow, so you're a little bit worried there's some presence there over towards ammo. There is. That's going to be Purge. First gunfight awakening, just a little bit off. And well, in Call of Duty, if you're a little bit off, you're going to get smoked, but maybe it doesn't matter. Just Snoopy is there. Him and Cammy locked it down, but Snoopy can't take down all 4. Only finds 2, and you're right back in the hill behind Kismet.
Yeah, it was still a bunch of time to earn, and yeah, 4 straight from Kiz. Johnny's POV, the whole thing's on the cross. Him, Fellow, Lunar's able to light it up, and now Johnny taking down a 2nd. Beautiful play from the LAG side. It's a day of upsets. It's Upset City. Why not, Joe? Why not?
I mean, I figured we had a game 5 on our hands, honestly. That's kind of what my heart was telling me.
Okay, I mean, your heart, I believe it. I trust that heart of yours.
Not sure if you should.
Boston Breach. Now, a little setup for their potential run, but speaking of runs, Kismet's still on his as he comes out of the hardpoint late. He'll be up to 5 straight. He's got a cruise to work with because, I mean, yeah, 5 straight, but he was in the hardpoint the entire time, getting the objective points as well. And now you've fought back for the P3 control. You've also found a timing to get a share. It's going to be the worst fight in the world with that share, but he hits enough bullets to get it. The streak is still going. 6 straight. This 6 spree has spanned like 90 seconds now.
No, it's been a long time. Yeah, Kiz is living, and yeah, I mean, he makes the plays alongside his teammates to flip the spawns. Almost gets another one on his Snoopy. A quick trade there, but if you are LAG, you are in a great place. You just have to deal with the player on the hill. Snoopy pushing up on forward. We'll see where 7 and Fellows will. Well, you should spawn out here. Maybe you don't. You're a little bit trying to push on forward. There is the spawn out. You see number 4 in Awakening starting to look for it, so they know.
Yeah, kind of where LAG were able to get those kills at kind of the big time and transition to P2. It seems like Boston Breach is able to do that same thing towards the P4. They do exactly that. It's like all the kills for LAG came with like 20 to 30 seconds remaining. The good thing for LAG, you have this to use. So maybe a bailout in the form of the cruise. We'll see if Kismet and Co. can't connect and look for the opener. Going to funnel everybody inside. That's going to be a free cross of the street. We saw in our first match how hard it can be just to cross that gap when ARs are in position. But you pass the ARs just to get into the subs. And Purge locks it down, survives it with 2 HP in a dream. But everybody for LAG shut down outside of Fellow, and Fellow's just hoping to stay up. Maybe those teammates can get here. He's on his back having a great time.
He goes on a bit of a long route through our... Okay. He just beams Awakening. So you might split 20 of the seconds. That's actually big time. But he wins that gunfight. He's just hoping, though, when he goes on that route, again, it's messy. He gets spawns for his team, and they flip, but it ends up he's the only one alive.
And somehow, yeah, stayed alive throughout all of that and won a nutty one, but just 10 points separating the teams. Now to our second set of rotations we go. Early mid-map control, all green. Boston Breach will be set up inside. And we'll see what they can turn this into. Kismet, big streak earlier, trying to find the timing here, and he's able to find just that despite the opening shots not connecting. Nice reposition inside the point from Purge to get the angle onto Kiz, but doesn't have the support that LAG has. So they'll run it up inside the hard point for now. spree time for Johnny as he's on 5 in a row.
I mean, Slam, you're just happy you're still within 20 if you're Boston, all right? I mean, you had such a great P2.
Getting slammed.
Or so from Kismet. Just that Hellstorm, but yeah, you're just happy to be in this game right now. Just slaying so one-sided.
Kismet, though, looking for another opening. Thought maybe going to chain together a few there. Not going to be the case. Now the kill is going to start to be real important as a team kill comes in. But with 10 seconds remaining on the hard point, this is where LAG were able to make the play last time through, but they had a much bigger foothold in mid-map. Do they have the time to make things messy early? This time, it seems Boston are able to get into better position around the point. One's going to spawn out, though. That's going to be Awakening. It's going to try and track back. Same can be said on the other side for Kismet. The fight's going to go down towards the front of the hard point now, but it looks like they're trying to pick up Awakening on the other side. He was the one of the spawn outs. They turned to deal with him, but he's able to get 2.
Yeah, it looks like Fellow maybe thought one player dipped Cat, but that player actually went to the hill, so he just kind of gets lost in the mess, but maybe it doesn't matter. Trying to look over Johnny. Johnny somehow stays up. A great play, great help from Fellow. And now with 30 seconds left, if you control majority this time, it's looking good because you have them trapped in the back and you would have rotation for free towards P3, and they're doing well so far as LAG.
I did not think that was going to be how that played out after Awakening
not at all.
got 2 on his spawn out because he shifted focus of 3 players literally to him, but the spawn comes in close and you're able to break in, and it seems like you're going to get a majority this time. And what a map from Fellow. He's 20 and 10, leading the lobby by a significant margin. Lunars is Guardian Angel during that sequence. A fight going down now on rotation. Quick and Art will be number 4 at Awakening, and 2 people in Fellow. Sorry, and Johnny and Kismet trying to hunt him down.
Yeah, I mean, Fellow's been great with the sub as well. I mean, we've seen him historically run the sub, switch to the AR, so he can do it with both. But nice gunfight win by Awakening. You're going to put the pressure on Kismet to have to play his life. And Kiz, he's left alone on an island, so you're going to eat up all of this time. Breach is going to try to deal with Kiz slowly but surely. That's going to be Cammy on the pinch. They find him, so good stuff for Boston Breach on this rotation because it looked like they were going to lose a majority of P2 time and lose this rotation.
Yeah, Cammy was like, I'm not letting Kiz get away and just be a thorn in our side throughout the rest of this. Just hunts him down there. The hot hand and Fellow will fall behind Purge's 2, so now they've got rotation and time.
Spotted.
And yeah, it looks like he got spotted just based on the arrows.
Yeah, they're flying at him.
Everyone flying towards him. Great
Nice
shots.
angle.
Yeah, great shots onto the first, but well, multiple there to deal with him. But you do send a lot to deal with him, so this leads to hopefully a little bit of hardpoint time for LAG, but not a lot remaining here. Boston, it's their time to hold and maybe look for the lead change. P4 popping, they're set up in control. Let's go to listen in right now with Boston Breach.
I'm just watching right, boys.
We have your cross, we have your cross. We have your cross.
One more. Already lower.
Yes.
I give you right cross, guys. I got lower. Lower. One shot. There's 2. One more. Lower me. Johnny lower, boys.
Yo, front door, done.
Johnny lower. Last guy.
You went to the back. I don't see him front. Front door. One shot. Absolute front door.
Okay,
Statue. Absolutely one bully. He's gonna go sit back and lay down.
I'm gonna top.
I'm trying to scout.
Fellow big door already. He's out. Lower. Yeah. Yo, 2 big door guys. Just ironing. 2 big door dead. One more. Big door weak lunars. Dead.
Nice shit, boy.
Yeah.
P2 truck, one shot. P3 fell, one shot. Big P2 truck, he's on you, Cam.
P2 truck, turn on.
I'm
10%, boys.
Just keep my cap. He's like front.
I'm good. Yeah, front goals. Weak is fucking. Come big door, Joe. Nice shit. Nice shit. Nice. I'm on the big door.
Wait, deep in the back. I'm one shot.
Okay, I've got big door. Big door. Big door.
I'm looking at my open.
Yeah, I'm blocking boys. Go rope.
I heard you. I'm open. The others and our listeners too close.
He's not pushed out the right, guys.
You ran me money.
Yeah, already. Yeah, Johnny on me, one shot.
I'm gonna go through that while you go.
We don't have to spend a ton of time on, but I like to listen a lot, whether it was small talk or just, I like when people respond, like call something, like, I hear you. Like,
yeah,
just
Cammy,
a little back and
you
forth.
heard a lot of Cammy, which you love to hear from him. But the one thing that has kept LAG in this game has been P2, and they're right back into it. They find all those kills on rotation again. You saw Breach just so far spun all the way out towards Art, having to work drive. Finally get here with 20 seconds off the hill.
Well, Purge kind of sends it before anyone's going to be able to help him there, but he was kind of left out the dry front of the point. Another good hold, though, for LAG so far. They'll clips that 200-point mark, 50 to go for the dub, but with the double, Cammy gets them in. Can they hold? It's really just going to be him inside trying to fight. Able to take down one, keep this kind of messy around the point. Still healthy a little bit of time you can give it these final 15 seconds. Kismet finds an opening, though, and Kismet might just make you pay because you lost the AR fight, outer palms. But you're okay. All right, you stabilize, you get the time, you go back out in front, but LAG make it messy and get set up.
Yeah, now it's going to be tough for Boston. How do you get through here? That's going to be the question. You just try to find the majority of this P3 time, put pressure on, force them to push up forward. Purge now, maybe the route man. He's going to find the first. That's going to be the signal to go. That player should spawn out, he does. That's going to be Kiz dealing with that. And this entire time, you've been on the hill, right? So you find 15 seconds or so, and all of a sudden, you're up to 230, and you're finding all the kills on the map right now. I mean, you didn't get one if you are LAG.
That was literally perfect for Boston Breach. I was about to say, like, you feel okay if you're Breach, because it's not like you've got 230 up if you're LAG, right? Like, 50 points is a lot. That'd be a perfect P4 hold. So, take whatever you can P3. I didn't expect him to get the P3 time and flip. Like, that was insane.
Hold up now. Hold up.
Yeah.
As good as it looked.
Before I finish talking, looks like we maybe flipped back the other way.
You didn't win here, though. At this P3, there is a chance. So, LAG had to put pressure on this. Purge is here. 5 HP, wins the gunfight. Right back to it. Johnny does get taken down, but because of that, you should see the map is all over the place, but it's Boston Breach that should have numbers towards P4.
It has to be perfect now from LAG. They've got to hold. They need 41, but are they even have a chance to hold? Because in early is going to be Breach. They'll have the numbers here, and they've got the final ticks. Boston Breach make the plays at 3 to 4. Things collapse in that sequence for LAG. They were in the driver's seat. Well, okay, they were in the perfect position. Like, they had to kind of contest 3 a bit because obviously winnable for Boston Breach and also hold, which is tough to do, but they didn't really put up much of a fight.
You lost fights everywhere.
Yes. You lost every possible fight there and collapsed late. And it's been a lot of that, regardless of the roster for LAG this year. Just late game collapses. Maybe the story for like Falcons too for a long time. Just like late game collapses, little misplays or big misplays that cost you.
I mean, it was 7 to 8 kills, I think, in a row in the top left there for Boston Breach. And yeah, they just had someone on the hill the entire time that player was hanging out. But slaying-wise, I mean, it's close. It's pretty much dead even. I think you end up getting outside if you are Boston Breach. Johnny with a great game individually. Fellow right there. It just when it mattered. Your P2 holds were solid throughout the map. But where it matters at P4, that was all Breach. And while Purge has 2 minutes and 21 seconds in the hill.
I was going to say that. Like, that's great. That's what you want. Purge getting a ton of time in a map like that, and like Awakening was putting in a ton of damage. Like, obviously, in a perfect world, you want like your main AR getting time in the hard point and maybe lower interactions, but that's not the way it always plays out, especially on a map like Vault. And, well, Purge getting done objectively. Awakening the damage dealer, and you go down early in this one. Things looking okay for LAG. Fellow gets out to a really hot start. And while the P2's huge for them, but I mean, nothing really matters for me outside of that late game stretch. I mean, everything got decided in those final couple of hard points.
Yeah, what, 200 pretty much. And you have the setup, you have the rotation, your top art, but they lose a couple of kills in the middle of the map. Then Purge is able to slide on out towards Lion, and just everything collapses right in front of you.
Listen, we see sometimes when P3 is up, I mean, oftentimes it'll flip back and forth like P4 spawns. Like, they'll fight for them the whole time, but it's just not often that you get 30 seconds in the P3 and you manage to flip.
So you have 7 kills in a row.
Yeah, and without like, much of a fight. It just was way too easy. Things absolutely fell apart for LAG, and that's just one, like a moment like that, like it's probably hard to rebound from. It's just like, what just happened? Like, you just feel like you got flashbanged. Hit with a stun.
It's not a good time.
Struggling. I haven't had that in real life, so I don't know, but I imagine, well, you probably have from the sun reflecting off my bald head. But there's the game flow for the map 1 hardpoint on Vault, and then we head to Hacienda. And you feel good with that win if you're Boston, because these 3, they can be very strong here. Trying to obviously improve the control, but they've looked good at times. But for Search and Hardpoint, they've had some big upsets here. They've had some wins. It's a team that, listen, they've been all over the place this year, but
they've been close.
Yeah,
right. They stuck with this roster early on. It was just through like the Hardpoint they were competing with the best, and we're like, hold on here, what do we have? And it's just like it really map number 3 in control has just been a struggle throughout the year for Boston Breach, something that you just can't hang on to. But then you get these upsets like we saw at Major 2 versus LA Thieves, and you're thinking, finally, but then they just get double bopped.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a look at some of the S&D numbers for this Boston Breach team, and it's just interesting because you kind of have like just this run to top 8. You have like, I don't know, you think about the teams that have made a change making a run, like your, I don't know, your Miami, your Rocker, and then the teams that didn't. One's trying to hold on, one's trying to fight in, like Cloud9's trying to fight in, Boston Breach is trying to hold on. Like, I don't know, it's interesting to see the teams that stick versus the teams that change. Who's going to end up getting the last laugh, and how will that break down? But kind of the KD, now it's gone. I feel like for Cammy, really ever since like, what, after Major 1, I feel like Cammy was a different person in Search and Destroy. He like, remember he had that like goose egg at the LAN.
On red card, right?
Yeah, Major 1 had like the goose egg, and he was really self-critical, and then he came out firing in Search and Destroy. Now he's, I'm sure, had the occasional dub, but he has had some monster maps as well, and a big stage 2 for him led to a big stage 3 now in Search and Destroy. Still early though, more matches to play, but we'll see if he can continue that. Johnny, his S&D, a newcomer to LAG.
Yeah, I mean, he's put up numbers. The problem is, though, they're 0-2 in Search and Destroy since he's been on the team. So it's like, as good as this looks and as good as he's been individually, it doesn't really matter.
Well, that was like, remember, that was their thing when when Lunars came in, remember? He had some great like Challenger Search and Destroy stats, and he came in and we get some bloods for him, had some big rounds. They still just weren't really winning many search. I know they won that one game 5. But they've been struggling. They've never really found form there and trying to do it desperately. We'll see if Johnny can be the difference maker or if this is going to be the Cammy Clinic offense for LAG. And early, it looks like Hall's pressure. We know, like Boston, we've casted them several times here. They will be very aggressive Halls. They will take so much mid control.
Well, look at them. I mean, they're already through. They just run through A, the SMG duo. So you get the info. Now, this is going to be such a fast play. You need to be ready for this. Looks like Lunars looks at it. So he's going to buy some time, but he does get blooded. But there's a skirmish on the other side of the map. Bomb rotating to B.
Yeah, no, they're going to hit stuff. They're going to hit it quick on both sides of it. Bomb now getting planted, but you got to be a little bit worried. Now you're by yourself. Nobody's here, and Awaking's going to pick that up. Suddenly it's Kiz by himself. LAG just no plan once that push comes through, and they'll get picked apart. Nice opening round from Boston Breach, and I expect to see more of that. They will, I don't want to say like reckless, but they'll hit stuff without fear, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you take chances, really what it is on a
that's a good way to play it. Take chances.
You 4-stack your bomb site. If they're there, you take the 4-on-4. If they're not, okay, what is going to be sort of our step 2? They could be middle. They could be at the other bomb site. They just sort of flame top halls. The ARs get the info from Plat side. That just gives the heads up, the signal, I suppose, to Snoopy and Purge. Take the short route, cut back, and help us.
Round 1 to Breach. We'll see the adjustments maybe LAG make the next time they are on offense. I sure you'll be trying to pick up that faster if a flank does come through, but it's a big round for Purge. He ends up getting 3 and what, the blood, right? B's going to be wide open. Now, how do they play? Is they going to plan for the backside or take forward? It looks like they're still going to plan for the back and push through. I thought maybe we were going to do what we saw Heretics trying to do so much.
Yeah.
But they're just going to plan on the safe side, but they also get the blood. So Purge, I believe, back-to-back first bloods. He's also 4-0.
They're just going to push.
Hello. How are you? You can run, but you cannot hide.
Oh, he's hiding.
Oh, well, Snoopy, I thought nearly was going to get 2 out of that somehow. To a 2v2 we go. Cammy can't trade it out.
Well, yeah, and somehow Purge got caught. Okay, you just run into a pre-fire. You're Johnny. That is tough.
That is real tough. Wakey's like, I got a kill.
He's dead.
Great. Wakey maybe in trouble, gets zapped a bit. The help comes in. Well, Wakey doesn't need it. He's able to get 2, but Purge dictating things in the early round. Him and Snoopy dictating the pace and tempo of this one early.
I mean, this is just a map. Yeah, we've seen them just kind of go off. Whether it's hardpoint, control, search.
Yeah, no, I've like cast them where they've like played a different search, like I don't know, like a proto or something, and just got like 6-0 bodied, and I'm like, they look lost, and then like we'll get them here. I'm like, oh, they're good. Well, that's typically how it is when you're like middle of the pack or bottom. Like, I don't know, you got some good maps, you got some bad maps. That's just kind of how it plays out, but getting stuff done so far. 2 first bloods for Purge. We'll see if he can get a 3rd one, and well, how do they play it this time? On the defensive side, they're going to hit it again. Or are they? Hold on. I thought they were. But now, yeah, you're set up on this side, so they can't really hit it because Fellows holding. It looked like they were just itching to go. Purge, I thought, had another first blood, but he's going to lose that one. Fellow will shut him down, so.
Oh, Snoopy just, he ends up wrapping back. I thought he was going to push up for the trade. Maybe he doesn't want to throw his life away. Had a chance to clean up Fellow. Still do, though. So they just, again, just get active through lobby. Fellow trying to play his life. Has done a great job. He's just going to waste their time.
He's a magician, dude.
But somehow there's a flight. Cammy gets through and is able to find one. There is just skirmishes all over the map. Cammy gets 2.
Okay, all right. Fellow, I thought did enough. Just staying alive that long. I hit the 20 HP. I hit the 2 HP. Kismet, nice recentering there, but the trade is in this time from Snoopy. Johnny.
Johnny all the way back here.
Last up. Nice gunfight win. That is disgusting there versus Snoopy. Awakening. Johnny. 20 seconds to go, and Johnny nearly gets laced as he goes to toss the nade. Now, get out of there. You're good.
Well, Awakening plays a 50-50. He thinks he's going to wrap back to bomb. This is going to be so close timing-wise. Doesn't matter. Johnny wins it, and we saw the stats coming into it. Great plays. Almost gets caught while throwing the nade. Able to play his life.
I was literally going to say before he did, I was like, that's not the guy I do it versus. Like, when Awakening is last alive,
well, I think what he's doing is just he doesn't have bomb info on bomb.
Yeah.
So the nade is to sort of, if I don't see anything rock, I'm going to put it on the bomb, and there is the info. But here's Awakening.
Yeah, this wouldn't have mattered, though. He's not getting back to it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like 2 seconds, but still impressive stuff. And I mean, that gunfight went on to Snoopy. Snoopy, like, threw a nice little strafe in there. That was not easy.
No. That was a big win from Johnny. That was a tough fight for both players. And Johnny wins it, and well, he's the reason they get the round victory. Fellow, though, the first blood on the Purge, kind of, give them numbers early, obviously. Well, I mean, honestly, Fellow's the reason they got there. The fact he stayed alive as long as he did, plus the first blood, was terrific. Fellow, another first blood. So Purge with 2, Fellow with 2. Purge on the hunt, though, and he's in behind enemy lines. It ends up being awkward. I thought he had 2 freebies, but it ends up, he's like chest bumping backs and sliding between 2, and it gets a little bit chaotic. But now, a 1 versus 1. Awakening couldn't come away with the last one. Much different position this time around. I thought he got caught, but then we swap, and he's just sliding down the stairs, bumming the dirt, gunning.
I mean, he's just got... His boots are lubed up, bro. He slides all the way down that staircase.
That looked insane.
It got the WD-40 on it.
All right, well, tough position. The last 1v1 couldn't do it. This one wins the crazy gunfight.
So tough for Lunars. Like, he just keeps going. This slide continues. You just don't think it's going to happen.
That looked like a sick joke. You're like, I need rotational aim assist to max. I need to 2x speed that. 3-1 now in Awakening. On 3 straight. She gets 3 in the round. Lunars reading it, holding it. Purge,
how does Purge almost win that?
Lunars just misses some shot. What the hell was that? That looked like the freest kill.
Yeah, it was a good read. I was literally about to say good read with his timings, and then
it was.
Yeah, no, you can read, but sometimes you have to shoot.
Yeah. Good read, just not processing it and put down.
I mean, Fellow just got the worst timing ever because 2 players just full flame through. They're already on the bomb. You're going to have to peek this and you just get cooked.
That is tough with capital T.
Like, that is just an LAG round.
Yeah, LAG round, or, Fellow had a Guardian Angel in the 1 round. This was the payback from above. I don't know. That's an LAG round. Yeah, that's one way to put it. We can't say it's a Vegas round anymore, They're winning. And 1-1.
Not winning Search.
No, it's true. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. They were before.
I'm just saying all our roasts that we had for Vegas Falcons, I'm now just going to shift right to LAG.
Nah, I can't do that.
Can't do that? Okay.
But Taga's our guy.
That's true. I do love Gotaga.
Yeah, we can't do that.
That's a good point. And I love all the French fans in France, and I like Paris and the Tower and stuff.
You're a big fan of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, big fan of the Eiffel Tower. Bomb site wide open. ISO guy will beat Purge. When does he get there? Or will he be needed? 5 straight for Awakening. It's a gargantuan takeover. 5 straight. I think I'm watching Nameless levitate here in the studio. But they're going to wrap it back with numbers. And then Purge, well, here he comes. Eventually he was going to get involved in the process, and he's going to take down another. LAG getting picked apart. Fellow and Lunars last up. 1 down. Last up is Lunars. Gets a little revenge on the Purge. Best of luck. I say that was a winnable fight for him, but able to connect on the head. And Boston Breach, another round.
Yeah, you're just seeing sort of the team cohesive. This is the advantage into keeping your team together for an entire year, right? Where you're just, the teams that are going through changes or struggling in game modes like Search and Destroy, when it's messy, you're going to be a step ahead. And any time these skirmishes happen, the Breach are coming out on top.
Yeah, we've seen this before. We've done this. And that has exactly been the case. Boston Breach looking to run away with this. After a bit of a comeback win in the map 1, it is not going to come back here. It has been dominant. 5-1, 7-1 for Giga. Purge has been the early round Reaper with, I think, 3 first bloods to his name, if not more. Bomb site will be A for now. Johnny is lurking, and, well, at least he traded out. Don't allow him to get 2. Purge will get dropped. Snoopy, though, insta-trade.
Yeah, wait on Kiz. That's the goal here. Kiz is on a full flank. His Awakening going to pick this up. It's a tough read, but he's able to find it. On the other side of the map, Cammy is able to find Fellow. Now they're just trying to isolate. They're trying to isolate, but Kismet's like, nah, I got this. 1v2 all day.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a nice little bait and switch, but he just took up a... Snoopy goes to slide out and just gets the hammer of Kiz. Oh, nice little snap.
Yeah, that flower head is so tough.
No, it is. It is. Round by round now. 5-2 hole. They're going to need a lot more Kiz hammers. And shut down Purge early.
I mean, yeah, just watch Purge and Snoopy sort of run as a duo on the map. That time you were there for the trades. We'll see what that duo tends to do this time. Looks like they're splitting up. Maybe setting up a Purge flank.
Oh. I mean, this is very just like their last round. Just like their last round. Easy ISO guy out towards P2. Oh, well. We may not be on dealership, but the cars are still hidden.
Snoopy, had a lot of those the last couple stages.
Out of it. Cammy's out. Purge, well, I don't know what his timing's going to be like on the other side of it. He's just trying to track back and help out his boy.
Yeah, they know middle of the map's open, so you see Six is just watching this. That's Kiz. Say hello. How you doing?
He thought that was a couch.
Check out my couch.
It was a couch and a player, yeah. Honestly, I barely saw him because he's like the white outline.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
Oh, that doesn't look comfortable. Half his brain's in the couch, Joe.
That's what happens when you have a.
Why is there a couch there?
A wild night.
Oh, that's after a wild night.
Yeah.
What was he getting into, Joe?
A whole bunch of things.
Yeah, we'll keep the specifics clear. There's the unfortunate opening sequence. Nade hits car hits man blows to pieces. 5-3 for Breach now. Is the comeback still alive and well for LAG? See if they got any more magic. Oh, they're hitting it though. They're gonna send it. Phil, you better run real fast.
He does run fast.
He's able to get out. I thought he was gonna get caught because Purge and Snoopy, the tidal wave, was coming forward. But as the dust settles, we're into a 3v3. Everyone gets back to their side.
I thought that was about to be such a quick round.
Yeah, no.
But as soon as Awakening died, like Boston just hit the brakes. Yep. E-brake was on.
I thought they were catching Fellow, honestly. But now, I mean, this is basically like Purge and Snoopy invited Cammy to a sleepover. They're running around the map together. Now, Cammy's gonna split off now, of course. Like, let Purge and Snoopy work. No bomb plant yet. They're hoping to catch probably exactly this. Like, these two just roguing around. Can we catch one?
They're just checking the bomb from the middle of the map. So now they're just gonna go back to B. And this may work out for Boston, actually. It's like the idea is there, but there's more options than just where they were looking. I mean, the bomb is right there. They could have planted a long time ago.
They could have, yeah, about 60 seconds ago, Joe. And I know you're a person who always says just plant the damn bomb.
Yeah.
Now they're going to track back, and, well, we'll see how this timing goes.
Well, it's not going to be. They're already there.
Purge and Cammy, they're here.
Maybe it will work out. It works out. I have no idea.
Yeah, all right.
3 rounds in a row.
Let's go.
You see Purge's face is like, bro, what the hell was that round? That's what I'm saying.
He's like, are they going to plant the bomb? Like, I'm doing laps.
Cardio is done for the day. 10,000 steps in on Hacienda.
Yeah, no, like literally. Guy ran 5 kilometers. Just hoping they're going to plant the bomb. But now this Breach 5-1 advantage they once enjoyed, that's long gone. Maybe starting to sweat a little bit. Offense back to Breach. And they are just hitting it. Right out halls, wanting to square up, but the square up's not going to be there. Uh-oh.
Kiz is in his spot again. He likes that spot.
It sure does. All right.
So they use the car, but Johnny gets here.
Oh.
But Cammy might check this. He's a fisherman, you know.
True. Johnny, what's the timing going to be? What's the opening going to be? Well, the opening is wide open. Snoopy is gone.
He's going to find more, and he doesn't. This is going to allow Cammy to get one. Persia's on the flank, though, and now you're going to turn around because the entire team is dead.
All right.
Wow.
4 straight. 5-5 to around 11. Johnny gets tucked away seaside, and Cammy the fisherman can't find him.
Was on a net.
Uh-oh. And this is just one of those, I mean, even if you lose this, I still think I favor breach in the series, but I don't know.
You might mentally checked out.
Maybe it's a good thing you are
maybe just some confidence for this side of LAG.
True. Maybe you're glad you stuck together as a team that's grinded out and seen everything after if you do lose this, because that is going to be a tough pill to swallow, but we'll see. The Snoopy and Purge hit the brakes. Are they still hitting it here in round 11? Gong is in. Round is started. LAG, offense for them, and Johnny, 9-5, 4 straight. You saw his S&D stack up before getting this, like a little over a 1-2. He's been prolific for them, and he's looking to be prolific here. Kismet, Pops gets the kill, it gets out. It is beautiful there as he grapples up.
Well, now he's at a flank. He's at a flank on the SMGs. Persian and Snoopy are together. Now they're going to try to hunt him, and Kismet's gone. And now look at this fellow just setting up for, okay, well, I thought Cammy was going to go on through, but he's just going to play his life. Now the other two are trying to hunt Kiz. But Kiz is all the way in the spawn. Now, did he see that? No, I don't think Snoopy did.
Not yet. All right, Kiz gets info 1-1. Calls out to his teammates, and they can just ISO. They should just ISO him.
No,
unless Snoopy catches him. I was about to say, Persia's going to drop, so that's, best case at least. LAG looking for 5 straight. Cammy's got one right above him. Bomb planted. He's going to catch him. Fellow's going to drop. 2 versus 2 now.
And Snoopy just runs away because they're trying to hunt him. They're trying to hunt him. And Lunar's, he's away from his teammate, but he wins the one-on-one.
Cammy just centered horribly, just off to the right. Can't hit the shots. All on Snoopy now to make the play. Just under 30 seconds to go.
This is a 5-1 comeback.
It's looking that way. There's just so little time, and they're both split. Like, how's he going to hunt down both players?
That's one way.
Okay, wins one. 16 seconds now to go. Thinking the chow's going to come, but it doesn't. Lunars is just holding, and Snoopy's just guessing. No time to do this. Just no time. Doesn't think Lunars is on that side, and he is. 5 straight rounds, the 5-1 comeback. Woo! Didn't see that one coming from LAG. And well, listen, we were gassing Boston Breach and talking about search and destroy and how you have the advantage sticking together and all these skirmishes, blah, blah, blah. Well, screw all that. 5 straight for LAG. Some of those rounds were insane, too. Okay.
Well, it's just this bench. I think this bench just...
The bench, like, dude, his opening centering, I think he just missed.
Well, and I think if Snoopy's there, like, they have a 2-on-1, right? Like, Lunar's is thinking his teammate's with him, but he's really not.
Yeah.
It's an isolated gunfight. It just goes his way. So he's the hero in the play.
He is the hero. And now LAG, well, Dream's still alive within the series. You go down 0-2 with a couple more Haciendas to come. You're probably in for a world of hurt. But now, squared up 1-1. We'll take a look at the stats and how it broke down. Purge, he started really hot, had 3 first bloods. That kind of slows down. Fellow, only 6 kills in it, but half of those are openers for him as well. But Johnny, puts up like 1,200 damage, 9-6. He's been like a solid 1.2 for them this stage throughout their couple of search and destroys. But well, listen, you came back. You were down 1-5. You brought it back.
It's just they limited the SMG duo. Like, you just kind of stopped if you were Purge and Snoopy. And there were a couple of rounds where I think if they go and commit, like, they may find an extra kill, but they kind of stopped. Like, you could tell. Once the comeback started, they got a little nervous.
No, and that's why I said it, like, for the round 11 kind of, because, like, I just feel like that. Listen, people, they got big old ones, in a round 3.
I don't know.
In a round 11, in a round 11, that might not be the case.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that is at all.
Sorry to hear that, Joe.
Happens.
Hi, Desk.
I don't know what he's talking about either.
No idea.
Let's jump into what we just witnessed. It was a ridiculous fold if you're a Boston fan. 5-1. We're going to finish it, right? We just need one more round, right? Nameless. You said Gigawake was in Omega Wake form.
Yeah.
He disappeared, bro.
Yeah, I mean, LAG, you know, I was questioning the way that the adjustments that they were even making in this game because some of the rounds are so weird, but afterwards, thinking about it, it's actually awesome, right? You just completely slow the game down. You know that Purge and Snoopy have just been together roaming the entire time, and you saw them, like, even on their offensive round, like, let's just play slow, let them run into us. When we get a kill, we'll end up winning. Because in a lot of those situations, like, either you force a bomb plant if you're LAG, you lose the trade battle and get retaken, right? So for them just starting to slow it down and get lost, play these off angles if you're Johnny or Kismet, ended up working out. A very bizarre search and destroy, but honestly, playing to your opposition.
Ali, somebody said drop Kismet already. I feel like he showed his worth in that search and destroy.
And near the later half, absolutely. You know, you're going back to the 5th man in the RCXD, and you're kind of kicking your feet if you're Boston Breach, because that could have been a round win, that could have been the game map number 2. But shout out to LAG, man. Shout out to Johnny. A couple of routes that really panned out for them, and Kismet in that last round. I was looking at Ant, and I was like, what is that cramp on the map? Because he went all the way to the backside. Now, it doesn't end up panning out for him, but it pans out for Lunars to close out 3 in that round because they are so busy trying to figure out where Kismet was.
They started to focus Wake top mid. There were like 2 or 3 rounds then there where it was like, even if Wake got a kill, like we're instantly trading him out, and then we know the SMGs are going to be roaming together, and they just don't have any information on mid at that point. So honestly, well done by LAG. Weird one, but they got it done.
Going back to the original vault, let's take a look at some of the best moments here. Fellow was fried. The man was double positive at 20 and 10 throughout the first 2 rotations. After that, we see Boston start to take over the game. How'd they get it done?
The big picture is Boston just did way better in the P3s and the P4s over LAG, and that's just kind of how Vault plays out, is they're going to end near that P3, P4, and they got that early setup, but the breaks just weren't coming through from the side of LAG.
Well, you're seeing it like right here. This was a really weird situation. Like LAG were in time, and what happened is they just give up open. Like they all play from hallway side, and you see like Boston are able to just get through open, find the kills, and then eventually break into this hill as well. So just down the stretch, LAG making some mistakes where we've seen a couple of hard points now, thinking back to like the Carolina Protocol, where it's at the very end, they just throw it away.
It is just so important to be set up early for these final P3, P4s. Like, you can get away with kind of focusing the P1 and P2 time and keeping P3 mixy for majority of the game. We saw it in our last series, though. Like, if you don't start prioritizing those spawns and that late game pushes and you have a match that's within 50, whoever's got that early P4 setup, man, usually they're going to close it out.
This lane is even so far. We got a map 3 control loading up here in just a moment, but first it's game time on the CDL headquarters. Let's get into it.
Play a game?
Are you ready? Sally's favorite, it's Hidden Heroes! All right! We have 3 facts from 4 silhouettes. Now, I will give you a hint. 2 of these players are wild cards. 2 of them are currently involved in this matchup. All of them are tactical pickups in the 2025 season. Allie, I bought you time. Go.
I'm going first. Top right is felony. Fellow. My bad. I Darcy! I saw 26 and I was like, it's gonna be an older
I know.
Whoa. Top left is, no, it's too young.
I said it.
Wait, can you guys make it
Age 24. KD on the season is a 1.12.
It's Johnny. It's
debuted in split 3.
This is Johnny.
Show me Johnny, top left.
Super.
The great Maeve. The great Maeve
I
knows
don't know how
ball.
old he is.
All right, Allie, going back to you. Now, one of these 2 players is on Boston. The other of these 2 players is on LAG. I just made it way easier. Go.
One of the other 2 players on LAG stage 2, H21. Wait, is that Lunar's bottom left?
No, because he came in split 2. Bottom right is Lunars. Bottom right has to be Lunars.
No, he said one's from.
All right, well.
You guys are horrible!
Hey, listen, I was not given accurate facts. I do not take any of the blame. Allie, you are awful at this game. Name what's your worst. Maven is fantastic, and that's the one who will be bringing you the play-by-play for Game 3.
I've yet to get one wrong since I started that game.
I mean, they did.
Oh, I did yell beans the one time.
Chris did set them up as like Boston's in this.
That's right. Chris did lie. That might actually be on Chris. Allie is horrible at that, though.
Yeah. She saw just somebody old and was like, fellow. Yeah. Like, that's insane. I mean, that's crazy.
Dude, she makes fun of me every day for being old. Like,
she makes fun of all of us.
That's like hate.
She hates old people.
That's hateful. She really hates old people. Young people these days have no respect for their elders.
Yeah, just calling us unk and whatnot.
Unbelievable. She asked me if I know how to use an iPad earlier.
I mean, geez Louise.
She called you a boomer? Let's get her out. Allie, you're fired. Control stage 3. Now let's look for the teams 2-0 for Boston. LAG all squared at 1-1. LAG, though, will that be their bonding moment? Will that be the team that makes them a cohesive unit? That 1-5 comeback. We'll remember the day. Mark it in your calendars for all of France. The day that LAG became a squad.
I think maybe. Yeah. Could be right.
No,
might be right. I don't know.
Probably not. I'm selling the dream, bro. Selling the dream.
I mean, honestly, like, they haven't had a map like that.
What would Bryce Tacular say from the depths of hell, rising like a phoenix? LAG, a colossal, take out Poseidon and Zeus to win. I love him. I love him. Fight starting to go down towards the opening here at B. Fellow gonna be hunted down and dropped as Purge changed together a couple, and well, looking real good on the defensive side. LAG only able to get 1 kill so far, all the map control in the world for Breach, but who's gonna open things up? Maybe it is Johnny as he gets out there.
Yeah, him and Lunar's able to find one, but yeah, Johnny's just like on the objective, trying to pause the clock, allowing his ARs though to work on up. You just love that kill. And maybe Purge a little pissed off from that map number 2, because he's up to 5-0. Just fighting everybody.
If he gets this kill, I swear,
he almost did.
To God, that would have been absurd. Dude, he is agile. Oh, Johnny. He's there in the corner. Awakening will finish it off, and yeah, you've down 6 lives, 30 seconds to go. You got half a ticket, eh? Nothing's gonna count on a scoreboard yet. Lunar's, you're toast. Can't find the opening there. Crossfire is up mid-halls, and Awakening gets 2 after the damage gets put in by by Purge.
I mean, you just see from Fella's VOV, he's up the stairs, looking left, looking right, looking left. Yeah, just gunned. Just nothing, no opening.
Last opening, last chance. Johnny, can you deliver? I don't know how he stayed alive that long, but finally he will drop. Maybe bought time for Lunars to get in, and the rest of the gang. Last person that will fall, number 5 and number 6. No chance to get towards the objective. So no tick for LAG, and well, I was hoping maybe do something, a miracle after that map too. But
I mean, it's an offense.
Yeah, no, you're
it's
right.
An offense.
You're right. You're right.
And I mean, sometimes on Hacienda, you just get put into the mixer, especially when Awakening starts off 7-1. I mean, Purge start off 5-0. You just have the SMGs in your top halls, right at your lobby door, and that's when this map is at its hardest. There's just no opening.
Yeah, no, that was Awakening Purge dominating, doing it in two very different ways on the map. It's a good hold for Breach. Now let's see if LAG can replicate that, because yeah, that's just tough. When you have an offense without a single tick, your chance to actually get around 5 defense kind of goes out the window, unless you can match that, which is hard to do. Let's see if they can do it. Kids and Fellow just sitting on a breadstick right now, hoping for more. Well, Fellow delivers early. Kiz as well. So breadsticks are gone, but traded out pretty, I'll say pretty equally until Fellow is able to get to the window. Wacky still got this streak. I mean, he's pretty close to the cruise. Just another kill or 2. There's one more. Oh,
yeah, needs one more.
Oh, reload, and maybe a cruise will come to the...
well, or you just need a shot through a wall.
Yep. Not going to happen for him there, and Purge might get caught as well.
So this is what you want if you're LAG, right? I mean, you have not been able to touch the objective. You did for a little bit over towards B, but dealt with it quickly. Winning some big gunfights. Finally, Snoopy's going to get out. Cammy's going to stop the point and distract over towards this A side as he wants to work B.
I mean, you've done much better like in the lives column of your Breach. You've traded more effectively and all, but it's not led to actually any openings towards the objective. You've not been able to get bodies on the point. This may be your best chance to do so, as you took a lot of fights towards office, till mid, out towards Rock, and kind of opened things up on this side of it. Snoopy trying to get here. There's a bit of progress, so already a tick advantage. See if they can get the extension, though. The contest will be deleted.
Good chance here. Trophies are down.
And yeah, you're able to bait the plat player to get up on that lip, and allows Cammy to get the angle, and there is your extension.
Wait, Kiz is going to go for this. Yeah, I was going to say, one player started to cheat on up. That was Awakening before the point was done. There was a chance where Awakening somehow stops that, but...
Or Kiz?
Or sorry, yeah, Kiz stops that. But B is done, and yeah. Nice little setup there for Boston. Now you have the tick advantage. This round not done yet.
Purge wins a long-range one against Kiz, but not going to find anything else off of that. The 2 players on Rock side, they'll wrap in, see what they can do from this side of Halls. Nice centering there. The Snoopy Child's around the corner. Kiz, though, up to the task for the trade, and Cammy, well, can't quite keep up with the sub-player and can't get there for the trade, but you've at least got eyes on the crosser top hole, so Kiz tries to slide out, know where he can go.
I mean,
and you pause the clock.
Everything. Yeah, you're watching everything. So we've been seeing a lot of this, right? Just sort of baiting this defense out towards the objective, but maybe not ready for that. Johnny from Bottom Secret is able to find one, but you still have a life advantage. Man advantage on the map.
Yeah, that's a nice win from Cammy, but yeah, you can watch a lot. You can't really watch everything. No, it can be tough on Hacienda. There are a lot of routes and angles you can take with enough time to do so.
But great life from Johnny. He's in and out multiple times, and he's up now to a 5 spree.
13 and 7. 5 straight, as you said. In and out. Just under 30 to go. Down 3 lives. Boston take their last couple of chances at this. The one player coming off spawn real deep is Purge. I mean, can Purge somehow snip this out for Johnny, get a kill, and get back to his team in time to do anything? He's not going to be able to do it on the other side towards lobby. Snoopy is hoping to get a kill before he tries to get on the point, but eventually he's just going to have to hop onto this. Now, how long can he finesse? The troops are trying to rally back in from lobby now. Finesses, but you can't finesse long. You got to get onto the point. Teammate tries to do it. It's Purge, can't stay up long. So, all right. LAG able to close it out, but what, you got 4 ticks?
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
Very close to the 5th. I think that's what they were trying to go for. You saw Jamie just like last second jump on it. Maybe they just kind of forget about him, fight around it. Maybe it's number 5, but it doesn't happen.
Well, the fact is, like,
yeah, 4 is better than 0.
Yeah, more likely than not, you're going to have a good offense and then a shutout defense. You're going to have any chance of round 5, but we'll see how it plays out. I didn't see the search going the way it did.
That's a good point.
So who the hell knows how this one will go, but great little stretch there from Johnny, as you said, making plays, bobbing and weaving, making sure he doesn't get caught and continue to be elusive throughout it. He was terrific in the search and destroy as well, and
yeah, I feel bad because like, even like last year when he joined the Vegas lineup, just feels like he's shown individually how just kind of talented he is. It's just like they're just kind of out of it.
Yeah, it's just
broken. It's tough being like that AM from challengers.
I feel bad. Some people come into a great spot. Some people come into a not great spot. Yeah. Well,
it's also just time of the year. You don't have a lot of time to build up. You're down so many CDL points.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, they're the same thing as like Falcons. It's not worth having a conversation about any chance for like champs or anything, unless something crazy happened in Major 3 and suddenly one of these teams makes like a top 3 run or something. I don't know, but until that point, I'm saying you're out of it because it is seemingly impossible. But they weren't able to get a tick in their first offense. Behind Johnny now on the objective, they're trying to get 1. Purge, though, well, he's going to get in behind. He finds the opening. He's able to take out 2 and silence that potential first tick.
Yeah, it feels like Kiz just has to have the trade there. Just then you would have the I mean, look, you have number 7 in Fellow on plat. He would be on the point. It's kind of everything you would want, but this allows Boston off spawn now. And well, that nade not did help. It's a bit of a trick shot, but Boston off spawn to just reinforce over towards B. Like, that setup is so much differently if there's somehow a trade on a Purge.
No, I like that you highlight that because it's listen, there are a lot of multi-kills and a lot of kills in COD that don't matter a lot. Sometimes, though, they do matter a lot, especially when you're trying to get into your like setup, whether it's for a hard point.
Yeah, and it was there.
Or control, and your setup's there, and it's just one missed trade, and that one hurts you. Sometimes tough to see the ones that matter the most in the chaos of it all, and you're watching one POV, but good shout on that one. Under 30 now to go. Still in a pretty significant life hole and still no opening towards the objective where LAG looked all right on defense. The offense has been woeful. There has just been no opportunity.
You had one chance.
Yeah, one chance.
we saw it live. And Purge just punched him in the face. As always, continue to lock down B. Kiz is going to be the only one here, but guess who? I mean, he just can't kill him right now.
Yeah, he's on 5 straight. He's only 15-14, nothing that crazy, but he's made some key kills around the objective.
Yeah, and he's had 2 like defensive 5 sprees that have shut down the B point.
Yeah. No, it's been massive. All right, now can LAG hold to get this to a 5th round, but you'll absolutely, I mean, obviously be looking at a round 5 defense for Boston because you don't have a single offensive tick. For LAG, nothing they can do in that regard. Just hope they can pull off some miracle. I mean, this would be one of the more impressive, like, round 5 miracles if we get there.
I mean, we just saw 5-1.
If you go from, I mean, zero tick offense to a win, that would be, I don't know how many of those we've casted. Like, there's been some, you know, stagnant offenses. But usually you're getting a tick or two or an extension here and there. They've had nothing. That would be a pretty unreal one. I mean, I know Invasion last year, we had some crazy ones. I don't know about that. Because you're usually getting the extension there at least. Oh, hold that one. Johnny gets dropped. Purge back to it, but gonna rely on Snoopy now, maybe to find an opening. Teammates all gonna be spawning out the rock side. And they'll try to fight back to help them. Awakening looking to find maybe a timing underneath, but Kiz there with a good position in play to make sure nothing squeaks through. And where it was Snoopy kind of in an isolation game, now it's Purge's turn. Quality shots there at range, but once again, can his teammates like get to him?
Yeah, he knows there's going to be instant pressure. He's actually just going to play the one-on-one versus Linders. The problem is, though, Linders has the AR. Well, he might have help from Kiz here soon. Linders actually just chows out without shouldering for the info. So, okay, this B lane kind of opens up behind Purge's plays. And now Cammy's working the pinch. He's able to find another one off spawn.
Yeah, it didn't go exactly how I thought it was going to go, but Kiz is double. Okay, Kiz is triple, yeah. Maybe he came up short in a trade in the last round, but his triple there shuts down any offensive effort from Boston Breach, and now they're sub 30. I mean, they could have replicated this in their first defense. Hell, we might have had 0 ticks for both teams, and
well, I think they did, right? Then it was right around here, 20 seconds where they gave up the B point.
Yeah, true.
Let's see if Boston could do it again, and they might. They go 3 for 2.
Sure, why not? How do they opt to play this? They're going to send one to the point for the pause, and one maybe to fight around office and balcony. That'll be the play. Awakening. Johnny trying to not overchow. Wants to wait for the help is back in. Snoopy's trying to hop out the map, but doesn't quite have the vertical for it. Awakening then next up to swing, and they're lining up.
Everybody's here.
You've got everybody forward. You're looking towards the extension. Second tick done. 10 seconds on the clock, but looking like you're going to have an extra minute.
It is deja vu.
Oh, they're going to go for it again. Yeah, very similar. Last time it was just like Kiz. I think they went for it, but you send a couple more bodies at it, hoping to seal the deal. Not able to do it, though. Still winnable. For Boston, well, just got a little bit harder.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit harder. As 3 go down. Kiz with the multi again.
Yeah, plus you have 2 in your base.
Yep. And the fact that it took, like, you got it with the final 10 seconds, you had a minute to work with. Like, you don't have time to be battling out of spawn for very long.
And your one front man in Cammy just lost a gunfight to Fellow. So maybe if, like, there was someone who could just cause a distraction, help you get out of this trap. And now we talked about it. I mean, offense has not been great for LAG.
I don't know if that's how I'd word it.
Okay, LAG's offense has been horrific.
Yes.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think so. With 0 ticks, I think that's safe to say.
But it's around 5.
Or you can say Boston's defense has been terrific. I don't know. Not great just wasn't enough for me, so I appreciate you riveting that. Only 5 lives for Breach. Make it no respawns. This would be insane. I don't think this is going to be possible, but who the hell knows? We've maybe seen stranger things, but now no respawns left. Purge and Snoopy, maybe a dynamic duo, but not quite that dynamic. Round 5 upcoming. LAG have battled through their defenses to get it to round 5, but now they need to pray to all the gods.
Fellow is speaking. He is preaching right now.
All the gods of France. Please, almighty Gotaga. Mbappe, that's a good one. Who's another famous like French person? Oh, is it Zidane?
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Zidane?
Probably not.
I mean, I want to headbutt somebody. Bam! That was insane.
I don't think he was remembered well for that one.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. It was awesome, though. I remember it well. Okay, so we're going to pray to Mbappe. Dear Mbappe, on this day, what's the date today? Saturday, April 12th.
12th.
Can you send your holy soccer powers down onto the Call of Duty team, the Los Angeles Guerrillas, mate, not plural, and allow them to pull off what seems impossible? They already had the 1-5 comeback now.
Yeah, so we need a second one, really.
We need a second miracle.
This is our second one.
That's all right. We've already burned Gotaga's miracle. Now we're on to Mbappe's. Be insane if they could somehow pull it off, but not looking good early on. Fellow last guy up. Number 4 in Awakening, trying to put them in trouble towards Rock. They do deal with Awakening quickly, so, well, you're able to get out at least and not get staggered anymore early on, or will you? The problem is the other side of it, like the lobby side push. You got through Rock side, but It's similar to what we saw for Boston's offense for a while. Like one guy out, one guy alive.
Yeah, I mean, Purge is just, he might be the best Hacienda defense player I've seen, dude. Every time I look up, this guy's on a spree.
Yeah.
And somehow he's only +1.
No, it's just all his kills on defense, bro.
I can't wait to look at the scoreboard after.
Hold up. This is our best opportunity, Joe, to get a tick. It's the small wins in life, Joe. It's the small wins. Come on now.
I mean, Lunars has to get that kill, right?
Yeah. Okay, well. All right, we don't have a tick yet.
Mbappe might be busy. He might not be listening.
That's true. He might not have answered the call. That's tough. Under 30 to go. Still not a single tick. Can they just get one tick? I'll take one tick at this point. Can we just? Okay, here we go. It's so close. Here we go. This is it. Yeah! He's got it. Yes!
Wait, we have help?
Hold up a second.
Hold on!
Oh, if you got that kill to Snoopy, things get real nasty. But you lose plat control.
It's Purge. He's the best defensive player in the world.
They trade him out this time, where they have failed to do so.
Hold on.
Tucked away in a corner, and the miracle is still alive.
You just have to speak it.
Come on, dear Lord Mbappe. Oh, how does Awakening get another one? Oh, they're still on, though. Clock is paused. We're on all over the place. We got ticked on at A, too. Oh, my, we got ticks on at both places, Joe. 14 v 19. All of France.
Fella's got to find something here.
Hanging in the balance. Fellow! Oh, God, he doesn't find anything, but Kismet gets there in time. Can we get the extension?
No, I don't know.
Kismet, a lot to do and not able to do it. Johnny, oh God, damage into both, but not able to finish either of them. Lunars, though, able to hop out and get onto the point over at A.
You have to believe.
Come on. I'm believing it's still possible. I'll get onto the point. Somebody got to win all these gunfights. They don't win any of them, though. 5 seconds remaining. Nobody is close, and the Mbappe dream seems to be dead. You know, at least they got a tick.
They got multiple.
They got multiple ticks. Ticks.
You know, it's the little things in life. It's about improvements.
It is, Joe. It is, and maybe it wasn't Mbappe. Maybe it's Fello's speech before that. Maybe we'll give credit to Fellow. He probably gave a riveting.
I want to see a score. I want to see how many defensive kills Purge had.
Yeah, no, it had to be a lot.
I'm gonna go 21 and 26. What are your thoughts?
21 of his 26?
Yes, that's what I'm gonna go.
Bro, that seems insane. Okay,
I'm gonna go 21.
I'm gonna trust you. You're a wizard, man.
I mean, they had 3 defenses.
That's true. No, it felt that way. How many was it?
19.
19. You were real close. 19, though. He had a ton. Led the lobby in that category. I mean, yeah, he was definitely their defensive playmaker, and it came down to that. Nothing else. There's not really much popping off the page.
I mean, Johnny had another great game. Like, he is playing exceptionally well.
Yeah.
They're just not finding success.
No, I'm just curious if he's one of those players that I hope eventually gets a good chance on, like, a solid team.
Or just from the start of the year.
Yeah. Not
jumping into this, like, a last hope situation.
Where you've got 30 CDL points. As we're in the Major 3 qualifier. Not ideal, but we'll take a look at some of the highlights. There weren't actually many of them. Because this was just one of those, like, listen, there are a lot of controls that are a blast, and they are crazy. This was not one of those controls.
No, and I think when you get 2 control teams at this level, you just kind of see the advantage of defense. It sticks out a lot more.
Yes. No.
Our
when it's
top teams are very good at playing their lives and making plays on offense.
Yes. When it's, I feel like when it's 2 bad control teams, it is, yes, all defense pretty much all the time. That is what you saw there. The fact is, Boston, after throwing away, I mean, they're thinking we should have 3-0 this one. You're up 5-1 in the search and let that slip away. Now get advantage again. Snoopy just swan diving. This is when he didn't have the vertical to quite get over that. That was tough to watch. Purge so good on the defensive side. And yeah, I mean, there was like a little, I started to believe. I don't know if
there was a chance. It was this 2-piece. I mean, they were both weak. They weren't even looking at him.
I wondered how he got the second. Okay, so he was just laying probably the other way weak. I was just looking. I was staring at the minimap at the time. I'm like, is this going to get traded? Is he going to get traded? Is he going to get traded? And then he gets a second kill. All right, so we stay on Hacienda. We had a riveting search and destroy. We had a defensive snooze fest in map 3, and now I'm hoping for a banger. I don't know if I ever believed in LAG or if I was just lying and trying to trick myself into believing.
That's all it is, really.
Yeah, it's just lying to
yourself. That's what faith is. Yeah.
Good point, Joe. All right, we ready for the map 4? I want to see. Listen, it's just been a day of upsets, and like, it seems like there's something in the water.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll do it.
There's still a chance. They're very much alive. We have a brand new map.
That's true. Well, if we get to the map 5, they are. Yeah, we'll see. They still got to get there. We're taking a look at some stats, though. My producer told me the names of who we're going to check the stats for.
I think these two,
I didn't hear them. Oh, yeah. No, I was looking at you, dude. I didn't see. Okay, we're talking about Awakening and Johnny. Good eyes, Joe. Yeah. Good eyes. I'm just staring at you.
Well, you pointed at Awakening, and he pointed back at you.
That was insane, bro. Wow. It's wild. We're in the Matrix. Awakening and Johnny. This is map 1 of the series. Johnny he's had a hell of a series, honestly.
Carlos Carrasco. That is a dope name.
That is. I'm not gonna try to say it. But Johnny, what? You saw his map 1 there. He had like 9 or 10 in the search. He was solid. Well, a big part of why they had that comeback then. You just saw the stats from the control where he was also terrific despite their struggles. Having himself a series, but can they get a series win? Fist bumps out. Guys trying to get fired up. Cammy's getting hydrated. Now we go to the map 4. Boston Breach able to brush off the devastating defeat in the map 2. Last 10 hard points. Well, I mean, we were looking at 1 and 9. That's never great.
Well, especially the stake.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a well done stake. Lost 9. Whew. It was. It's meant to say streak, but yeah.
I wonder what you were saying, Joe.
The graphic said stake.
Okay. I honestly was thinking, I was literally racking my brain like, what is Joe talking about?
It said stake.
But there's
we just had a misspell. It happens.
That's okay. No, I like that you pointed that out. Keep our team on their toes, Joe. That was probably Ali's fault too.
Probably.
Not the best speller.
Stake sounds fantastic.
I haven't had one in a while. Okay. Stakes aside. It's map 4 time. Snoopy looking to get hunting here. See if they can close this one out. Well, now he's suddenly the lone man as the rest of his team got closed out and clotheslined. What kind of finesse can he do before his teammate gets back? Well, he got blessed with a team kill as Kismet gets dropped by Fellow. This is going to lead to a contest around the point and an opening for Snoopy. I mean, pretty good first life from him considering the position he was in early on. Yeah, numbers for a moment here if you're Breach, but you've also got the P2 spawns taking a route. It's going to be what? Number 6 in Kids. Kids is going to try and take a route, see if he can flip things, see if he can find an opener towards the P2.
I mean, this is a route. He's been taking this for a long time. I don't think his team's going to spawn with him. Yep. Yeah, they backed all the way up. Cammy is going to be on the hunt. Little game of hide and seek. You're not going to be ready for this.
Nope. Tickling his toes there for the back Jeep.
And now he's got an AR from there.
K's able to get a second kill as well. So yeah, listen, maybe you give up 20 seconds at P1 and don't get the spawns for your teammates, but maybe you make the play individually to get you to the point. But what matters now is what you do with it. Unfortunately, no one is watching Zig, so Cammy just slides in and get one for free.
I feel like someone's got to watch side
You would think so.
There, no?
You would think so. He is bust through the stairs and
I mean, we've seen
busted heads.
Yeah, we've seen some great holds from the front. You have trophies down, but that was just too easy.
No, now Kiz's route and kills amount to basically nothing.
It's 0.
Yeah, as the break comes in far too swiftly for Boston Breach. Snoopy is after that 5-1 start.
Was that little wallbang? I mean, Kiz is making play. He just wallbanged the heck out of that first player on the hill. Then gets the second. And well, I mean, at the end of the day, I think you're going to somewhat split this time.
Yeah.
You're going to have the rotation for P3.
Oh, it ends up being better than I thought, especially because, yeah, you get the time, but yeah, you have 2 people on rotation, so you kind of did it with a little 2-man game there for a while, so shout out to Kiz. Lunar's still looking for his first, and well, with him at 0-5, you probably feel pretty good to be down just 20 for now, and to have hardpoint control here. But the first pick is going to come in to be Cammy. He was the one that kind of led the way on the opening break into the P2. Cammy's going to get one to open things up and maybe set up his teammates to get in again, and it is just a Purge montage. As Purge gets 3, Boston Breach break, and they break 2 quickly again.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lunars was looking at one player outer fences, but he doesn't even react to when Fellow dies. And, well, now you deal with this. He's just a Hacienda monster today, up to 10 on another spree. You're going to see the spawns going to flip. Snoopy's going to pick this up with Awakening, but he's going to have a lot of LAG players to deal with, just trying to slide, stay alive, play his life, puts damage into everybody.
Yeah, no, I mean, you get a kill, you get damage into 2, you get all the comps to your teammates. That is a great sequence. Just, well, great movement there from Snoopy. We know how good he can be, how clean it can look, and just making that crazy. So,
may not matter, though.
40-point advantage now to Rock. Okay, LAG, another opportunity to set up and hold. Can they actually hold this time? Where's the spawn going to come in for number 7? Where's Fel going to pop? He is all the way out well. So it was Cammy one time, it's Awakening this time that gets the opening kills, and once again, within the first 10 seconds of the hard point, despite having early position, is Boston Breach that are going to break in.
Yeah, it's tough. Just Fella's at ult, right? He's getting scrap time. He's just going to die off that. That's a great play from Boston. Now you get this pinch set up, though, by Fellow. He takes a long route garage side, but they just don't wait for him. They don't wait for him. Tiz and Johnny go a little bit too early, and it's another multi-kill for this man.
Yeah, punishing the mistakes. The timing is just a bit off. And I know that frustrates you, whether it's like an individual just kind of hitting it and staggering it. But the timing has got to be on at this level. I don't know if Purge cares what the timing is, though. He is taking over right now.
He does not care. Anytime it feels like he is on the screen, it's going to turn into a little highlight.
And what it was, Purge had like 2.5 minutes in the first hard point. I said, you know, ideal scenario, you'd love to have Awakening in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's almost at 2 minutes.
Yeah, I just noticed. I was like,
well, halfway through the game.
Yeah, that's what you want. This is literally the stat line you want. Awakening around even 2 minutes in the hard point. Your subs, high engagement flying around. That's what you want it to look like. And that's part of why you're almost up 100. It's weird though, because it hasn't been like that traditional since you've had to like break a bunch of times. It's not like you've like had the rotation win, but you broke. And Awakening's breaking back. So much for being 6-8. Now 9-8 off of that triple.
That's so much objective. He's at a Hellstorm.
He's been soaking. The super soaker. Lead is to 100 now, and Awakening is still shooting. Look at a clothesline and drop this LAG team. Maybe had that miracle in the map too, but they're only allowed one apparently. Or are they? Shooting from 6-8 now to 11-8 on 5 straight.
Gonna use it here? That's gonna be
trying to wrap his missile. Still fighting. 6 straight, finally gonna drop, and yeah, we'll see if he'll use it.
Might be too late now.
Oh,
I mean, there's already 15 seconds off the clock.
Stop, hold up. There's 10 seconds that have gone off this hard point. LAG are still in control.
That's good.
Yeah, well, it's the first time. So I wanted to highlight it. That was a big deal, Joe. There we go, all right. Maybe there are more than one miracle, Joe. Maybe. Mbappe was busy earlier. He's answering the call now. Next break opportunity, though, for Boston Breach.
Well, the problem is like, they're going to go for this because at this P3 or P4, you have the missile. But you're able to hold on once again.
We'll see if they need the missile. If Purge can be the Purginator. He's done a great job in this map so far. I mean, he's slowed down a bit. He was, what, like 15-8, somewhere in that ballpark? That's what happens when you stop breaking and there's finally a hold for LAG. Things get a little bit trickier. Now I'm imagining
he's here, though. He threw a stun and nobody looked this way. I thought a couple of players would just have the heads up. It doesn't happen. You have to slow this guy down. Finally, Lunars is able to.
I thought he was going to get another one there with the quick swap to the AR. That would have been disgusting. Nice wallbang from Cammy, but it might not amount to much. As now suddenly LAG are winning fights and holding. And with only 35 left, streak still in the back pocket, right?
Yeah.
Of Awakening, so you might just hold on to it. If Purge wasn't there, maybe you try to break, but you just thought maybe you could do it without it. Or at least make it a mess here, save it for a rainy day.
Yeah, I think that's why they're committing so much to this play right now. Just trying to find this 20, and then they can use the missile at Rock if they need to. But they're going to get the 20, and Soupy's going to be on this rotation. One player already there, and Johnny.
Oh, I thought nearly Snoopy was that, but doesn't walk away with it. Yeah, this should be the setup around the Hellstorm. Final second ticks off the point. Players want to get safe and in a position they can start to collapse. Then I imagine he's going to call, you got one spawning out as well. Well, Cammy dies there, and that's the worst time to drop it. Now this is setting up the pinch coming in from the guy that spawns out in Lunars. So this might amount to absolutely nothing.
I mean, at least they're off the hill, and it's a little bit crazy. You kind of see LAG.
It's not that crazy.
No.
It's not that crazy at all.
Well, I just meant like everybody was running around.
Yeah. Kind of squirming to get back to the point, but you really only had 2 bodies kind of close, and well, they got shut down.
Oh, boy.
Hold up now. Once down 100, now down 60, dear Lord Mbappe. Still some time they can earn here. Johnny on 5 in a row. Johnny cuts down 4, gets out to 7 straight, and where it was Purge early, maybe it's Johnny late. Still though, Down 50 and work to do. They
Now
switched such
Fellow
a
gets
massive hole.
3.
Okay, all right. They're piecing.
Is this the new rocker?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Is this rocker, dude? Someone pops a crazy play, and then suddenly everybody levels up. One streak comes to an end. Johnny's still going to be on his.
Well, he wants one more for a streak. That's what he's playing for. He is so close to the Hellstorm. There it will be.
Okay.
Now going to try to back down up. He wants to be on this time. And well, they do spawn one out, so they get a little too aggressive. And that's why you're going to see Fellow back on up.
Spree still going. Spree still going. That's a nutty win, but finally he will get pushed out, but he's still got the body. He's in the point. Lead dissipating for Boston Breach. The dream still alive for LAG. I'm becoming a believer. 100-point advantage at one point is gone, and now Johnny has gone nuclear. He is just shooting. Fellow right there with him, I swear, every time it's those two lighting it up. A lead change is looming now, and they've got the setup for the P2. They got cracked wide open early on a P2. This time looking to get a much better hold.
Fellow might spawn out here, so they got to be careful. Great win by Lunars. I mean, he was weak drop shots. Fellow is out of the play. Boston need to be quick on this through lobby.
They're quick, but are they quick enough?
Somebody wants side stairs!
Nobody's watching it. Nobody's watching it, and they just run up side stairs, and now Boston Breach are in. I thought LAG was in a decent position to maybe hold, but side stairs is open again. Snoopy goes on through, and now it is nothing but kills for Boston Breach. And I once had a dream, and now that dream is feeling very, very, very dead.
Well, they might have to use a Hellstorm right away. Yeah, you don't have this now for like P3. So you have to break this, and this is still not an easy break, even with the Hellstorm. You're forcing them in, but now numbers are still equal. You can still lose. Breach can win it here. Kismet did a slide on through numbers, not gonna be on his side. Oh, no.
Oh, no, no, no. Still just a tick or two advantage here to close out the map on P2. Last effort for LAG. They made a run, but the run may be coming up a little bit short. Last player up is Kismet. Kismet in a dream. The dream is dead. Boston Breach win 3-1. It was a valiant effort from LAG. But
The dream was just our dream, by the way. It was just you and I. It was our dream.
Yeah, I was trying. I was really trying. I was trying to have a dream so much for them. I really was. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they know, but there's a side door.
No, there is. There is a side door. They'll probably pick that up next time. But, yeah, I think it was just a day of upsets, I wanted to believe.
Yeah.
Because all the other upsets, I'm like, they can do it too.
No, my pick'ems, I picked Boston. I didn't believe.
No, I hear you. I know. I think it was just a 1-5 comeback too. That was insane.
Yeah, we were into it. We were into it.
I was trying to get fired up, man. I was trying to harness my inner like old school Benson and Miles LaRosse and Bryce Tacular, just get fired up, dude. I was trying, man. And LAG let me down. Shout out Kotaga, I love you. Boston Breach, they get the series win. Purge, I mean, Purge started to get slammed too. He was what, like 16 and 8 or something. He slowed down as you know, Johnny started going nuts, Fellow started going nuts. But the fact is, you were up 110 at one point. Just too big a deficit. They brought it within. What was the closest? Like 12?
Yeah, I mean, it was too big of a deficit, but they were there.
They were.
You were there. You won the P2 rotation. You were on the hill.
There's just a door at P2.
There's
a door. Yeah, there's a side door there.
And then it puts you into a spot where I don't even know if you use the Hellstorm there. It's just not good.
No. I mean, the fact is, you're doing everything. You have to break there. The map is over, so you're trying whatever you can.
Whatever you can. Yeah, I know.
You just